Hi.
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 Eva, I would like to know in which moment of your life arrived this idea or the story? Where did you know the story?
Yeah.
And how important, this question is for all, how important is to talk about this guy that few people know about him?
Yeah. Well, for me, I didn't know the story until I read the script. I was sent the script. I read the story. I was blown away by Richard's journey in life, and I was a little ashamed that I didn't know his story because I'm Mexican American, and I was like, wait, he's Mexican American, I'm Mexican American. Why don't I know this story? Everybody should know this story. So then I became obsessed with wanting to direct it. There was a lot of studios that had a bidding war over this story because it was so unique and special. And I knew the opportunity I would have to do a film like this, which was to put Latinos in front of and behind the camera and to tell a story about us and for us. And so that opportunity was very exciting to me.
And talking about this story, guys, how important is for you nowadays?
How important is this story?
Yeah, I think it's very important. I think, like Eva said, not a lot of people know, and you said as well, like not a lot of people know about Richard's story, and the vital role that Judy played in his life. And also, we don't get a whole lot of chances as actors and as filmmakers to create and be in and lead stories like this in the industry. So we got to do everything you could want to do in a movie, and it shows.
And I would like to know if you had maybe an approach to him.
Well, yeah, they both met, Richard and Judy, before we started filming. You, Annie, tell them about your meeting with Judy and what that went like.
Yeah, I went and I had breakfast with Judy, and I remember she was just so nervous. I remember her like holding her hands, and the first thing that she said, looking up to me, she's like, "I've worked so hard to be this Christian woman that you see before you today. I tried to absolve my Chola past, and I just assured her that it is okay. And it's necessary to see where we start, where we come from, to see what we can grow into. Because unless we are able to see it, it's really hard for us to become it. And there's not enough narratives like this that show the underdog story and lead to triumph. And after we had that conversation, we blossomed into a beautiful friendship, and she completely trusted us to serve her story and her legacy correctly.
So I met Richard for a couple hours before we started shooting the project, and
Mostly talked about...
we mostly talked about family and his work, and like if he carried anything in his pocket, and what he had on his belt. Pet names, and like the nicknames for each other and the kids, and slang. Like the slang they used over the decades, because it's always changing, the music to listen to. And also it was more, for me, it was more about gaining their trust and letting them know that we're going to take care of them and in their story.
Eva, I would like to know, how do you feel directing this first fictional movie? I mean, because you have done a documentary and shorts, but for you, how important is to do that? How do you feel right now in your life? You know, doing all the stuff, being a mom, being a director, an actress, a producer.
Yes, you just missed my son tearing up this room. No, I love my life. I'm in a good point of my life right now, and this felt like the next natural evolution of my directing career was a feature. I didn't seek out to do a feature. This story really found me, and I just was compelled to tell Richard's story and to have an opportunity to create a hero that looked like us. You know, Hollywood defines what heroes look like, and they never look like Richard. And so I knew that this was an opportunity to have not only paint a hero like the character and the real man of Richard, but to represent our community in a way you've never seen in film. And it wasn't lost on me that we don't get these opportunities often. You know, if you think about the last movie that was about us and by us, it's been 20 years. We can't get a movie every 20 years. We need more bites at the apple. We need more chances to tell our stories.
Yeah, thank you very much. And the power of the chili, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's so funny because we've been doing all this international press with all these other countries, and they're so baffled by the Mexicans' ability to eat hot food, you know? And so we all are like, it's so natural. They're like, oh, what is your reaction when you eat a jalapeno? And all of us were like, nothing. We eat them all the time, you know? So it's funny to see,
She pulled one out of her purse.
pulled it, took a bite, yeah. But for us, you know, that Mexican culture is in everything. Even though we're Mexican American, we're deeply tied to our roots and proudly, you know. And so we wear our Mexicanism with a badge of honor.
Yeah, guys, a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much. My time is over, and good luck with the movie. I didn't know the story, and it's amazing.